Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Today is Friday, you guys, and it is an awesome Friday. Thank you guys for showing up. We were going to talk about some things. She said popcorn. Why not popcorn? Popcorn. No, we're early, but we're only about 30 minutes early. But you guys, I wanted to share some with you. I know it's Friday, so I know everybody's wanting to get in and get out, see what's going on. But we were going to talk about, there was a third person that was supposed to allegedly be involved. His name was Paul Grice. And the two women that came up missing out of the Kansas area, they were found in Oklahoma area. And somebody, one of the 3 or 4 people that was charged right now in the disappearance of Veronica and Jillian, God's Misfits, they actually are getting attorneys, you guys. And there's a new guy. It's a 5th person that everybody's been wondering where is that, what's going on. And he done came on social media and he was like, I know them, but why is everybody, I just use the name, this and that. Well, there's 2 or 3 people that people's been reaching out to them and telling them, hey, you got something to do with these girls being killed because, you're one of God's misfits. And he's like, I only use that name because it was, I feel like I'm a misfit and I spread the word and I'm a biker and this, that, and the other. But I seen him on TV last night. I was in somebody's room, one of the residents' room, and I stopped and I was like, what the heck is going on here? So these people are backing away from Cora and Cole and Tad and Miss Tiffany Adams. Those are the names of the people that they got. And some people have asked me, what about the young girl of Cora, her daughter? She is the key witness. She had mentioned another guy. His name was Paul Grice, Grice. And they did bring him in. They questioned him, and they don't know nothing about where he's at, what he's doing. But evidently, they did not have enough information. Whatever the young lady told him, so they let him go, and I'm pretty sure he took off running. He ran for the border. Anyway, you guys, I want to talk about and I seen this, and I was like, we need to share some light on this young guy. His name is Jalen Griffin. He's out of the Buffalo, New York area. Let me read a little bit and let you just know what's going on, what happened, and you can kind of look up information yourself. But he was a missing 12-year-old boy who was found in an attic nearly 4 years ago. You guys, he vanished. Jalen Griffin remains were found in an apartment house above 5 miles from where he was last seen in 2020. And I'm going to share some other stuff about this situation. So you guys just hold on, because it's going to get a little rough. Going to get a little rocky. So authorities in Buffalo, New York has launched a homicide investigation after the body of a missing 12-year-old boy was discovered in an attic on Friday, nearly 4 years after he was reported missing. A maintenance worker called Buffalo police Friday morning to report that he's found a body, later confirmed to be that of Jalen Griffin, in the attic of an apartment house where he was working, according to the news. Jalen was reported last seen on August the 4th, 2020, when he left his home to go to the grocery store, and he never returned. Okay? Jalen's mother, Joanne, died this past September. Tim Newkirk, who is close with Jalen's family, told the police that Punzo's dying words, Punzo is her last name, Joanne Punzo. Punzo's dying last words, she requests to keep searching for her son. That's what the mother asked for. Just keep searching for my son. I know I'm dying, but just keep searching for him. So the medical examiners identified Jalen's body through dental records and determined he was in the attic for a significant amount of time. So the commissioner told the reporters Monday, unfortunately, the body was found exactly 1 week before his birthday, his 16th birthday. He would be 16 today. He went missing when he was 12, you guys. And they just now finding him. He would be 16 today. So according to Jalen's body was found about 5 miles from where he was last seen. 5 miles is not a long way, but somebody had to take him there. They saw various residents move in and out of that building, and that police were there multiple times. Now, Jalen's grandmother, Shirley Banks, she has no idea how her grandson ended up at the house, saying he was not a runaway. Somebody had to take him there because there's no way he could have walked there. Banks said he don't know nobody over there. So Brian Griffin, that's Jalen's father, he's still alive. He told that the discovery of his son's remains has only opened up more questions for him. We all don't know how long he's been deceased. I'm sure there would have been some type of odor, Griffin said. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, since Jalen's disappearance, the family has faced other tragedies. His brother, Jawan, was shot and killed in front of their family home only 3 months after Jalen went missing. Okay? So, this family has did a lot, and that's all they're saying about it right now. See, you're not going to get a lot, but I'm going to tell you some other stuff. So the people, there's this big company, And I can't remember what the company was called. It's called Sharrock or something. But the company that rents that house out, they rent the house out to sex offenders, drug addicts, and I'm just saying, don't everybody at once get mad at me because I said sex offenders and then I said drug addicts. And they put the whole neighborhood in a bad situation. I know they all have rights, and anybody, they can cater and rent the homes out to this person or that person or whatever. But the police has been called this several times. There was one neighbor said that she was walking, and I don't know if she said she was walking with her son, but some woman chased her with a bat from that house. And then they did some surveillance of the house showing that the month of July or August, the windows of that house was up in the attic. So they were letting that scent go out. They probably was like, it stink up in here. And nobody knew. But somebody from that house grabbed that kid, did some stuff, and then kept the body up there and then bounced. So they're going to have to go back and find all these people who lived in that house, you guys. It's crazy. I'm going to share if I can find it, the information, some of the information. This is crazy on this. Let me see here. So community group vows to continue searching for Jalen. Oh, wow. Where's Jalen? Community group vows to continue searching. Family of Jalen's continued search. Buffalo shooting suspect indicted and yelled at in court. It's just a lot of suspects. Buffalo is bad, you guys. They're showing me all kind of stuff in Buffalo, and it's crazy. Oh, and you know what? This is weird because they created a picture, missing and exploited children. They did an upgrade picture of Jalen and what he would look like if 3-4 years later. And I mean, they hit it on the button. My goodness, this boy looks exactly like that. Wow. Sometimes I be thinking, how they know what this kid's gonna look like, but that's what he looked like. Well, that's probably the same picture that they're using. So the Gambino crime family investigation, they're digging up for bodies on the mob. They did a renewed push to find Jalen. Well, they found Jalen. So, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. This is the year. This is the year. A lot of things is going to be uncovered and revealed. It just is, you guys. So just get ready for it. Just get ready for it. It is all happening. And the one thing, let me go and find what I was really going for. Because this mother, the video unavailable playback. Wow, really? Let's see what they do. So the community group vows to this one's really. As we get through the sting of this, we will continue to love, laugh, and look for Jalen. Oh. This was reported in September 19, 2023. So, Buffalo family that spent years searching for answers in the disappearance of the 12-year-old Jalen is facing a new challenge as the mother has passed away. 48-year-old Joanne Pozzone suddenly passed away Monday. Those close to her say she was suffering an illness while dealing with the grief of her missing son. Jalen has been missing since the summer of 2020 near Broadway when he went to the store around 11 a.m. Last month, a vigil was held where Joanne was seen crying and praying for her son to be found. Barry, the violence founder, Kareem Morris, who has been working on Jalen's case and is close to the family, tells the 7 News reporter that Joanne passing will not stop the search for Jalen. We will continue working and finding Jalen, she says. He still has family, siblings, grandparents, and a dad, and they still want answers, so we are going to continue. Morris remembered Joanne being a strong woman through not only Jalen's disappearance in the years they searched for him, but also the death of her other son, Jalen Griffin. Joanne was known by many of the Violence family as .com, who was a hilarious, strong mother. Morris says who did any and everything she could to resolve who killed her son, Jawan, and who took her son, Jalen. Golly, that's just terrible. I bet you that mother died from a broken heart. Whoever is harboring him is disgusting. It's inhuman to have you feel like you're better than anyone and take someone else's child and keep them, Morris says. As we get through the sting of this, we will continue to love, laugh, and look for Jalen. The Griffin family is holding a balloon release Wednesday for what would have been Joanne's 49th birthday. Joanne. So she named all her babies with J's. Jalen and Joanne, and her name was Joanne. So that's pretty neat. You know. That's kind of sad, though. I was going to play something, but I don't know if it'll play. Maybe it will. Let's see. I want to hear the mother. Well, evidently they stopped it, so we'll try to find something else real quick. That's what it sounds. It is rented out by a mental health facility. Okay, thank you, woke to God. So she's been looking into this. He's a handsome little boy. Yeah, he is. That's so much to go through. Yeah, they're gonna have to go looking for who did what to him. They've got so much, but they're not playing it. I don't know why. Let me see here.
And asking the public for help in the search to find him.
News Force Patrick Ryan is in Buffalo tonight, where family members will be holding a vigil for Jalen Griffin. Patrick?
Dave and Jackie, the question of where is Jalen Griffin has been plastered on posters and pinned up across the Queen City in the long 3 years since the then 12-year-old went missing. You can see behind me here, we're right outside the Central Terminal where a prayer vigil is just getting set up. You can see the photos of him on candles as his loved ones say they are still searching for him. Now, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released this age-progressed photo. It shows what Griffin looked like when he went missing and what he may look like as a 15-year-old today.
He was a nice-looking young man.
He was last seen at this convenience store at the corner of Broadway and Sears Street on August 4th, 2020. The convenience store is just a few blocks over from his family home. Jalen's parents tell me they haven't lost hope and just want their son to come home. If your son sees this, what do you want to say to him?
We need you home, Jalen. Come home, please. If anybody knows where he is, their whereabouts, please give us a call. Call to the New Kirkman Ministries and just get him home. Help get us home. And I appreciate everybody who's pitching in on this. Everybody.
Wow.
Griffin's
That was the
parents
father.
don't believe their son is a runaway and that he may be being held captive. Meanwhile, the family pastor, Tim Newkirk, says he's dedicated the last 3 years to handing out posters and tracking down leads. Now, Dave and Jackie, Buffalo police tell us that the case into the disappearance of Jalen Griffin is still open. They ask anyone with information, no matter how small, to contact the Special Victims Unit. That number is at the bottom of your screen. Now, coming up on News 4 at 6, you'll hear from the mother of Jalen Griffin. Reporting live in Buffalo, Patrick Ryan, News 4.
I want to see the mother, but okay, let me see. Let me see if we can get her what she said.
Spent years searching for answers in the disappearance of a young boy is now facing a new challenge as the mother of that boy, Jalen Griffin, has now passed away. Jocelyn Person has been following this search very closely from the very beginning, and tonight she sits down with a family friend who is vowing not to give up the search for Jalen.
As humanly possible as I can say, this one really hurt.
Kareem Morris.
So we're going to continue to look for Jalen, even though his mother has gone.
Wow.
A Buffalo family in shock as they tell me the mother of Jalen Griffin, 48-year-old Joanne Ponzo, suddenly passed away.
Yeah, he did.
Jalen has been missing
Jalen's
since
dead.
the summer of 2020. He was 12 years old then. Just last month, a vigil was held where you can see Joanne still crying, praying for her son to be found.
Baby, this is the last time I see my baby. This picture right here on this freaking shirt.
Ever since Jalen went missing, those close to Joanne say she was also suffering an illness while dealing with grief. Founder of Bury the Violence, Karima Morris, has been working on Jalen's case and is close with the family. She tells me Joanne's passing will not stop their search for Jalen.
He still has family, siblings, grandparents, and a dad, and they still want answers. So we are going to continue.
Karima remembers Joanne being a strong woman through not only Jalen's disappearance and the years they've searched for him, but also the death of her other son, Jawan Griffin.
Was a hilarious, strong mother who did any and everything she could to get resolved to these things that tormented her on a daily basis, like who killed her son Jawan and where's her son Jalen.
Now Karima has a big mission to complete in finding Jalen and putting this case to rest.
If Jalen is still in this area, whoever is harboring him is disgusting. It's inhumane to make you feel like you're better than anybody else and take someone else's child and keep them to the capacity where he has missed his brother's funeral. His mother has passed away. His nieces and nephews have had birthdays and things without him. How dare you? And whoever was the coward to have done anything to him, may you feel strong conviction in your spirit and get no rest and no peace.
Wow.
Until we get Joanne's baby home.
The group tells me the family is going to hold a balloon release tomorrow for what would have been Joanne's 49th birthday. In Buffalo, Jocelyn Person, 7.
Okay. So, that was Wow. They did the picture update on August the 3rd. So if you came in late and you don't know, Jalen was found, you guys. He was found just a couple of days ago in an attic. He had been in that attic for 4 years. And a maintenance guy had called and said, "Hey, police, there's a body up here." He done uncovered the body in he was doing some maintenance of the house, and he found the child in the attic. People done moved in, moved out, and everything. Hey, Sugar Mama, how you doing? Hey, Tina Powers, Lisa Taylor, come holler at a sister. I hope it can't help, but I mean that picture right there looks like numerous young black guys. Banks said. See what I'm saying? They did a kind of show what he would look like at that age 15, and this is what somebody said. I hope it can help, but I mean that picture right there looks like numerous young black guys. See, that right there, despite Thursday making 3 years since Jalen went missing, the family said they're not giving up. See, when you already down and out, people love to kick you when you're already down and out. That right there shouldn't even been said. Says, I don't know what the future holds in store, but I'm just gonna keep praying. Hopefully it'll be all right. It'll come out all right, Banks said. Banks said that Banks is the grandmother. Banks is the grandmother, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. We shoot ourselves in the own foot. I hope it can help, but I mean that picture right there looks like numerous young black guys. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It was an age progression photo, but it looked just like him. Yeah, in every race, people always say we all look alike, but we really don't. Jalen was 5'3" at the age of 12, you guys. He weighed 145 pounds. He has brown eyes, black hair. I mean, that's what you're going to get if you're looking for a black kid. You're going to get a kid. He's going to have black hair, brown eyes. I got brown eyes, black hair. My son got brown eyes, black hair. But it's just unbelievable. Let me see. So it says investigation of the death of Jalen Griffin.
Thinking about home
hold on.
Niagara's
So I don't want to play that. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's no yellow tape surrounding this house, but from what we observed today, it was still very much an active crime scene. This morning, crime scene investigators returned to the home at 107 Sheffield Avenue, where Jalen Griffin's body was found Friday, bringing with them the equipment they need to document clues and gather evidence. According to sources, a contractor doing work inside the house went to investigate an odor emanating from the attic, where he discovered the boy's decomposing corpse. We spoke to several neighbors, none of whom would speak on camera, who described the occupancy of this home in recent years as transitional, ever since it was damaged by a fire 8 years ago, and they tell us tenants since then have included recent parolees, sex offenders, and people with mental disabilities. None of them said, however, that they'd ever seen someone matching Jalen's description at the home, even though they describe it as a place where people known and unknown to them could be seen entering and exiting at all hours. Police say they used dental records to identify Jalen's body, but say due to its decomposed state, it may be weeks before they can determine how long it may have been here or a cause of death. Based on the few details that law enforcement has released thus far, unless a witness comes forward, it appears it may take a long time indeed to figure out just what happened to young Jalen. On your side in South Buffalo, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
Wow. So it was a transitional home, you guys. It was a transitional home. And I'm going to read this last part. I don't know if it comes up, but oh, wow. That looked like Jalen right there. Oh, it did. It did. It did. It looked like Jalen right there. So I don't know what they doing. Let's see. Hold on. I want to read one part. Yeah, he was last seen August the 4th, 2020. Let's see here.
Investigation is now a homicide investigation as the Buffalo police announced the body of 15-year-old Jalen Griffin was found Friday morning. Good evening, I'm Scott Levin.
Oh my God.
Mary Alice is off tonight. 2 News Side's Nate Benson has been following this story for us all day today. Nate, this is a tragic ending.
Absolutely,
So
Scott.
he
A
must
little
have
after
been
10
found
a.m.
on the
Friday
12th.
morning, the nearly 4-year search for Jalen
Scott.
Griffin came to a close.
This is nothing short of a tragedy for a 12-year-old boy to go missing and for it to end this way.
After nearly 4 years, Buffalo
Oh,
police,
there he
community
is.
groups, and family members learned the fate of a child who went missing in August 2020.
Our search came to an end on Friday.
A little after 10 in the morning Friday, police were called to Sheffield Ave in South Buffalo.
The maintenance guy, he believes there's a DOA in the attic.
A few minutes later, homicide detectives were called to the scene.
Can we change this to a DOA? We're going to need some more time.
During the announcement, Commissioner Gramalia and his colleagues struggled to contain their emotions, as the investigation goes from a missing person search to a homicide investigation. Commissioner Gramalia couldn't say much, specifically how long Griffin's body had been in the house.
The body that was located in the house had been there for a significant amount of time. I cannot provide a time frame on that.
And the only way Jalen could be identified was
Through the use of dental records, today, Jalen was positively identified to be that of Jalen Griffin.
Gramalia says Buffalo police never stopped looking for the boy, who simply told his mother he was running to the store on August 4th, 2020, and then never came home.
We will continue to work diligently to bring the next closure for the family. The first closure was finding Jalen and bringing him home.
The Buffalo Police Special Victims Unit dedicated 2 detectives in the last few months to Jalen's case. They worked closely with Jalen's family trying to find the boy. Acting District Attorney Michael Kane said the medical examiner could take months to conduct an autopsy. He's hopeful that it will
reveal to us some forensic evidence that is going to be significant in the investigation.
The community will hold a memorial service for Jalen on what would have been his 16th birthday next week, but there will be one person unable to be there. Another heartbreaking layer to this tragic story.
His mother.
Jalen's mother did pass away September without knowing or without having closure from this side where her son was or what happened to her son.
That memorial service for Jalen will take place next Monday, which would have been his 16th birthday, at 6 p.m. in front of the Central Terminal near the traffic circle. A difficult day, Scott, of course, for a lot of people connected to this case.
Yeah, to say the
That's
least,
gonna be on the
a very tragic
22nd.
situation that we learned of today. Nate, thank
It's been 3.5 years. So on Monday, report that Jalen body was found or whatever. After 10 a.m., a maintenance worker reported to the police that he discovered a body in the attic of a home on Sheffield that he was working on. The worker didn't report any odor of decomposing matter. So I mean, after 4 years, you don't smell it after that. The homicide detectives arrived on the scene just before 10:30 and report that they would need more time at the scene because of a DOA, dead on arrival. Griffin was last seen August 4th. Buffalo police have said he went to the grocery store, Broadway, Fillmore neighborhood, and never returned. The body was located in the house, had been there for a significant amount of time. Magley couldn't elaborate on how long the body has been there or how long. Griffin's body was found a little more than 5 miles from where he was last seen. The examiner had to identify through dental records. I do want to extend my sympathies to the family of Jalen. This department has conducted extensive searches, and I want Jalen's family to know that we are working diligently to bring the next closure for the family. Kareem Morris, the founder of Bury the Violence, said during the press conference that Jalen's family was thankful to the community and able to finalize closure. Jalen's mother, Joanne, died in September 2023. His brother, Joanne, was shot and killed in front of the family's home in November of 2020. Acting Erie County District Attorney Michael Kareem said the medical examiner will be conducting an additional autopsy on Griffin's remains, but indicated it could take months. That's going to hopefully reveal to us some forensic evidence that is going to be significant to the investigation. Griffin would have turned 16 on Monday, April the 22nd. A memorial service will be held in his honor in front of the Central Terminal near the traffic circle at 6 p.m. Oh yeah, you guys, this is crazy. That was crazy. That's sad. That's sad. That's very, very, very sad. Very sad. So, and I think I remember hearing about that kid, but they didn't really, like, get out there. Like, nobody really didn't know what was going on. So I want you guys to know that, I did not know. I had heard something, but I think they were putting it off like, oh, most of these kids are runaways. He was that age, 12. He was a runaway. And his mother was like, no, he's not a runaway. And then his brother got shot in front of the house. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if I could live in New York. I just couldn't. But I've never been to Buffalo. May God give his father and grandmother peace. Yeah, it seemed like the grandmother was already like, how y'all gonna find him? Like, all black kids look like this kid. Well, I'm live right now.
Oh, darn. Okay. Call me back when you get done.
I'm gonna be done in a little bit.
Okay, call me back.
All right.
Bye, I love you.
I love you. So anyway, you guys, I wanted to share a little light on Galen because I don't think I really even heard anybody talk about this kid other than, that's crazy. I mean, we can't cover all of them. If we could, we would be here till doomsday. We'll be like every day, this kid, that kid, this kid. But it just seems to me like, oh, nobody was really looking for this kid. Like I said, I think I heard something of him, but that was like 3 years ago. And they just kind of passed it off like he's probably just a runaway. He'll come home. And he never did. And this is why that when somebody comes up missing, they need to go to these places where you have and there's one thing I have not shared with you guys, but I heard it, but I don't know where it was at. But there was this news reporter had reached out to who lived in the house, who owns the house, who rents the house, and they said that there was numerous people that lived at that house that were sex offenders. You say, SP, not every child that gets taken. I know, I know. But when you take a child that you don't know, that you don't have kids yourself, majority of the time. Now take it that these two Kansas women that got killed, they killed the women. They didn't kill the kids. So this grandmother Tiffany, she wanted the kid. And I'm glad that they did not touch those kids. But majority of the time when these kids come up missing, yeah, I get it where we don't know if they ran away. We don't know. But most of the time, somebody's doing stuff to our kids. They're doing stuff to our kids. They take them, they do something nasty with them, and then they kill them. And this is in a 5-mile radius. I'm wondering why the place probably had an odor. Nobody didn't smell death. You know? I'm just, it's a little bit upsetting, but I'm not going to get too upset because I got to go to work tonight. But it just, 4 years. Okay, so, and I get it when a kid that is like a baby, a toddler or something walk away. They go 50-mile radius and they start from right when the last time they seen him, and then they go out. But this is my problem, you guys. This is my problem. See, normally when somebody say, "Hey, my kid is missing. He left the house or something." And the baby is 2 to 5 years old. Now, people ain't just driving down the street picking up 5-year-old. Matter of fact, you don't want to touch a 5-year-old. You want to look around and say, "Hey, this kid, can we help?" Somebody call 911. This kid is out here by themselves or something. People just don't really do that. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying they don't do it. But when you have a 8-year-old on up 12, 15, you need to be looking at these people that walks around looking for these kids saying, "Hey, I got some money. Do you want some money? I got some weed. I got some candy. I got a little new puppy or whatever. Do you want to ride?" And tell our kids. Let me tell you something, you guys. I hate to go back and tell you guys how I was almost abducted myself. But a guy, I'm walking down the street, some guy in a car, "Hey, you want to ride?" "No." "Are you sure?" "No." "I'll give you a ride. Come on. Had a nice looking car. I'll give you a ride." Now, normally women be like, "Yeah, give me a ride," because they don't want to walk and they thinking they cute and all. But you know what? I was like, no, 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 no. I shouldn't even been saying no, 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 no. He couldn't take no, no, no. He act like he was going to continue to drive. And what did he do? He come driving. He drove on down the road yeah. When he came back, he was driving like 50, 60 miles an hour in a resident. And I'm like, what is this dude doing? He stopped on a dime, jumped out the car, had a towel around his hand, and when he jumped out, put the car in park or whatever. When he jumped out, I was traumatized. I was like, whoa, what the heck is going on? I didn't know if he was stopping like he ran over something or what. And he ran up to me so fast and he just hit me. He hit me so hard. I seen birds I seen bells and everything, and my whole jaw was broke. I was knocked out. And next thing I know, he was dragging me to the freaking car. I did not know he was dragging me to the car. I was knocked out. He knew he was gonna knock me out. He had hit me like he was. I, hey, they don't care. They don't care about the damage they do or did. Only thing he wanted was me. And you guys, by the grace of God, this is why I come on here every day. Or not every day, but 3 times a week. I don't want nothing from nobody. I don't care if you like me or dislike me. But that was so traumatizing to me that I come on here 3 times a week and used to come on here every day to tell you guys, to tell your kids, they don't need to be out there walking. They don't need to be by themselves. They just don't. It can happen to anybody at any given time. It's just by the grace of God woke me up, and I just started kicking and screaming and hollering and kicking and wallowing my hands and hollering and everything, that somehow I broke loose. I didn't break loose going, oh, come on, let's fight. Because I already know. I didn't know what I looked like as far as my jaw. I couldn't even feel the pain. I couldn't feel anything. Only thing I knew is nobody got their hand on me right now. So what I need to do is run. Run, run, run. Right now, if I wouldn't have ran, I would be dead somewhere. They would have found me dead or not found me dead. You guys understand what I'm saying? And I think I was around about 10 to 12 years of age. This person decided they was going to take somebody that day, and I was walking by myself. And I'm just telling you, I would be dead. Cause I seen him, so he wouldn't have let me loose. I've had people call me and tell me their story, how somebody raped them and let them go. You know, some people broke loose. They tell me they don't want to come on here and tell you, you know, cause people always be like, well, what did it feel like, and why'd you do this, and nobody wants to live the trauma. Now I did break loose, and I ran, and one of my girlfriends that I knew from school, and you know, I ran behind her house. And I hid in the bushes. And you know what? I would peek and I would see him going around looking for me. He going around looking. I did not come out. I stayed there. And when he finally went around the last time, now I don't know if he went around anymore, but when he went around and I seen him go on, because she lived kind of like in the middle of the block. When I seen him turn that corner, I ran so fast, because I only lived where he hit me at. I lived 2 houses from that area. I lived 2 houses. Like, I lived in the middle of the block also, but 2 houses, you make it to the corner. And then right there is where he did that. 2 houses, you guys. I know he didn't know it. And you know, to this day, I know exactly who he is. Can't do anything. I even seen him one time when I was catching a bus to work. And he drove right. Did he drive? No, he walked. He walked right past me. I was so freaking scared. I did not catch no bus. I ran home so fast and called the police because that was him. They never did do anything to this guy. Probably because, I was black. I don't know. But, so he's still out there, and I'm pretty sure he's still doing some stuff. Didn't care about going to jail, didn't care about getting caught, didn't care about none of that. He wanted what he wanted. I don't understand why these people want kids and children. Maybe because they get rejected from a older woman. Maybe because they want that virgin. Maybe they want control. I don't know. But it's evil, and they are out there. And if the child sees them, they will kill the child. This is why, come on. This is why. Because I know I have so many times in my life faced death. I've had guns pointed to my head, not only by people out there in the world. I've had one of my family members wanting to shoot me and right in front of my kids, you guys. I tell you guys, it's just life. Life. My mother would always tell me, if you think it's bad now, just live a little longer. Just live a little longer. You're going to see a whole bunch of stuff. This is why I don't wish no child to hurry up, get out there, and all this other stuff, you guys. I'm just saying. This is bringing some bad memories. So I'm going to get off of here and go through my day. I thank God above. I do. This is terrible, but it's sending me a lot of bad memories. Like I just told you, and I told you guys, if you ever ask me why I do what I do, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want nothing. You can't give me anything. You can, but I'd be like, okay, thank you, whatever. I'm good. I really am. But I'm telling you guys, it's the scariest feeling in the world. The scariest. When had he got you in the car, you would be dead. An aneurysm, you would be dead. This family member got a gun up to your head, you would be dead. Only thing they got to do is just pull the trigger. And a person that don't even know me, when I was a kid, put a gun to my head. So I wouldn't say I beat death. I just know that what God wants me to do, I'm going to do because it keeps me alive. It really do. It keeps me alive. Y'all may think it, no it don't. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to warn us. Let me tell you something. There's a story, and I know my daughter just called me, but there's a story about Lazarus. There's 2 stories in the Bible about Lazarus, you guys. Lazarus, okay? One was Lazarus laying in a tomb dead, right? And they wanted Jesus to come and bring him back. And I'm not talking about that Lazarus. I'm talking about the Lazarus that was dead, that went to H-E-double hockey stick. Well, he wanted to come back to tell his brothers how bad it was, the gnashing of teeth and how hot it was. And they just wanted just a drop of water on their tongue or whatever. And he begged. He was like, can I go back and tell my brothers? And in that story, the Lord told him, no, there's this thing. There's laws There's laws about life and death. You guys know. I'm not going to tell you something I believe. I'm going to tell you something I know for a fact. That hell does exist. You can say what you want to say. You can do what you want to do. And you can believe what you want to believe. But it does. At the end of the day, he wanted to come back and tell his brothers that you don't want to be here. You don't want to come here. You don't want to end up here. So change your life or do something right or whatever. You know what the Lord said to him? I got my Bible right here. It stays close to me. But I don't have to go look at it. I'm just going to paraphrase it for you. The Lord said they did not they wouldn't listen to you when you was alive. What makes you think they would listen to you and now you are dead? And that is so true. We can sit here every day, come on this chat, and people will not listen. They will still keep doing what they do. They don't care. They will. I got friends right now get mad at me for telling them the truth. They don't want to hear it. I be like, dang, girl. They be like, that's my child. Dang, girl, why you tripping? I just wanted to just tell you about this or tell you about that. I don't want to hear that crap. 9 times out of 10, you guys know what I want to hear about. You guys know what I'm about. That's what I do for a living. Yeah, I make money, but trust and believe, I ain't making no money right now. Talking to y'all, I ain't making no money. Some people be like, yeah, you is SP. Yeah, you is. No, I'm not. Shut up. No, I am not. I give more than I've ever brought in. If I get $20, you guys, I done gave out 150 to 2. Hello. Okay? So if you think it's a money game thing with me, no, it's not. It's about, what are you going to tell your kids? What are you going to tell your grandkids? Can you be there for them? Open up the door, answer your phone, watch your grandkids. Don't let somebody else watch them. We say this all day, every day. This is what we talk about. People that love your kids, love your grandkids. Don't let them walk to the store by themselves. Tell them to partner up. It really don't matter now to partner up with somebody. We just seen Julian and Veronica get killed. Grown women. People ain't stopping. It's getting worse. It ain't going to get better. It's going to only get worse. You can bring people now. They don't care. You know what the family said about that? She wasn't innocent. And it ain't just one person doing it. Usually it'd be one person, 2 people maybe, a husband or wife or something. Now they bringing in friends and people believe what they believe. You will not catch me getting you guys. If it was a transition house, as you stated, people tend to stay in their lane or befriend people, especially if they have kids. And if overwhelming, they come off as help. Yeah, they do. They do. It was a transition house, like if you couldn't find a place to live and you had sex offenses, some places don't let you live. Like, I've got a sex offender living right next door to me. Their house burnt. I didn't burn it. They burnt it. Probably with the pipe or whatever. I'm pretty sure that is. And now they got a trailer in the driveway, so they've got some, I just say crackhead living there, and I can't stand it. My grandson, he'll come over or something, and guess what? We watch him like a hawk. I wish he would. I really do. You would see me go to jail really quick. if he even speak to my grandchild. Hello? I'm serious. I will not play. I hate that I have to live like that. That's why I moved away. But guess what? I'm going to just tell you something really funny. It rains on the just and the unjust. It doesn't matter what color you are. But I'm just going to give you a statistic. Because we do know that statistically, the craving actually, I hate to say this, you guys, but it is so true. I told you guys I would only tell you the truth, and I'm going to tell it like a TI is. That craving really goes for all races, but it is very dominating in the Caucasian race. It's just true. It's just true. Y'all got you guys don't hear about it because you're not around them. You're not around them. That's why you don't hear about it. But it is just off the chart in the white community. It's crazy. So your daughter's thinking they cute and they want to make a little money and they walk in the streets and, that's why you try to tell them, don't start something you can't finish. You start doing these drugs and stuff and then you want money. And so, I was just walking down the street one day, girl, we were live. This man was like, you want to make some money? I was like, man, please. I was like, leave me alone. He was like, I give you $50. You can't give me no $50. What $50 gonna do? I was scared. That's why I went live. But I was walking. I was walking from one place to the other. At the time, my husband was not around to help me. He was handling something else that he had to. So I was like, well, I'm going to go, and I can't remember. Oh, I think I drove my car to the guy that fixes my car. I think I drove my car to him, and then I said I'll walk home. And I should have just took a Uber or a taxi or something. But I'm like, it's just right up the street. And this man was trying to pick me up. I will not get in nobody's car. One day my car stopped on the highway. This guy stopped and he was like, ma'am, can I help you? I was like, no. He was like, no, I'll help you. Leave me alone. I'm yelling at him. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. I can't remember who was on the phone with me. I was like, no, leave me alone. I would roll up the window, blowing the horn. Leave me alone. Get out of here. I don't want you to help me. I just don't. I don't want your help. Thank you, but no thank you. Even when the police come, I crack my window. I say, I got AAA already on this way. Leave me alone. No thank you. I'll just say, no, I don't need you to. No thank you. I don't want no help. Just keep going. That's why I had to get another car. Anyway, you guys, I'm feeling some way about this, and I just so crazy. But I'm finna get off of here because I know that you guys, some of you guys are listening, and that's why I come on. And you're hearing what I'm saying, and you're taking a little bit more of initiative with your kids and your grandkids, because this stuff happens all day, every day, and people always say the same thing. They always say, why did they do that, and we don't deserve this. Well, who do? Who do deserve it? Because it changes your whole life. She said, I believe, unfortunately, I believe it could be equal among the race, but our race has been trained to keep some stuff quiet. No, it's not equal, honey. You You can believe it, though. I'm not here to argue with you. Trust me. I know for a fact it's more Caucasians that do a lot of damage, that has that adrenaline. It's just now that our races are mixed that we see it more. But it's not. For one reason, I can tell you why. Because we as African Americans, we only make up 30% of the population in the United States. So there's definitely can't be more. Because there's more whites. There's definitely can't be more. Because at the end of the day, if you're African American, you know how you was raised, and you know what you were taught, and what you supposed to do. Now you come away from how you was raised. That's another thing. But somebody has to ignite that. Who touched who? Now I'm not saying there is a lot of stuff that we keep stuff quiet and in the family and this, that, and the other. Yeah, you're right. And a lot wasn't told. But it's all started in slavery. And that's how it all happened. It all started there. Tell me I'm lying, because I know I'm not. Tell me I'm lying. I'm not. So when the master come and takes your wife and takes your daughter and takes your kids and takes your sons and takes your boys and do what he do, that man felt like he had no control, and he did not. And that's what they did. But if you have one slave, so just say if you have 10 jelly beans that are black and compared to 50 jelly beans that are white. And out of the 10 jelly beans that are black, maybe 4 or 5 of them did something or whatever, or do something. Well, the guy that was trying to abduct me, he was black. He was not white. He was black. But then you have 50 white jelly beans, and out of the 50 white jelly beans, you have 32 that, rape, seduce, kidnap, molest, and all this other stuff. There's just, it is what it is. You can't make up the numbers. That is the numbers. So that's why, for number one, numbers don't lie. Just like the scale don't lie. Those are the numbers. You only got 10 blacks and you've got 50 whites. Well, okay, so if 2 blacks did some stuff, yeah, it looks really bad because it's 2 out of 10. But if you have 50 and you have 17 to 20 out of the 50, you can't say, well, you can't say that because there's more white people than there are black people. So who's doing most of the damage? The 2 out of the 10 or the 17 out of the 50? Come on, make it make sense. Anyway, you guys, we'll never get a number off of it. But I mean, even if you look, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was all 10, which it's not, it's still majority is white because there's more white people. That's how I see it. But yeah, you got to be careful with Ubers. You got to be careful with grandparents now. You got to be careful. even with court-appointed supervisors helping you, people can't help you when you're in the middle of a situation. They won't help. I don't know if anybody's seen this kid and if he got picked up and who all helped push him in the car and killed him and seen this boy go in the house. It's sad. But it's real sad. But anyway, you guys, it's not going to get better. My grandmother told me she did not want to be here to see this. And then my mother told me when Obama made president, she said, they going to kill him. I said, Mama, they not going to kill him. They going to let it happen. She said, no, they ain't going to let it happen. He running for president. They ain't going to let it happen. He ran and won 2 terms of presidency. We got to see history. But now it opened up the door for all of this other stuff, like Trump being president. Some people be like, what's wrong with Trump? Nothing. He's just an average mojo idiot like all of these other people that want the power and control, and they're looking at him like because he talks crazy and ignorant that they want him to be the president. But when you had to get a black person, they had to have attorney degrees and the wife and the husband and the this and the that. You know what I'm saying? But now this man, because he done filed bankruptcy 15, 20 times, he done slept with this many people. They're like, he's the greatest. Let him run the world. And he probably will. And he probably will. I don't have a problem with Trump. I don't have a problem with any president. And when he was president, I told everybody, well, you should have went and voted if you didn't like the outcome. Because that's what you guys don't do. You won't go vote. You say, oh, it's rigged. It ain't going to help. It ain't, it definitely, there's a lot of people that died for you to vote and have the right. That, one vote can change a lot of stuff. If all of us sit back and say, maybe my vote will help if Sally gets up and Tanja gets up and, Famala gets up and Paula and Sally and Sue, we all do what we're supposed to do. It makes a big difference. Instead of just sitting back. And yeah, they do cheat. People cheat all the time, but we need to have people in these spots that are going to protect our children. Because there's a lot of kids that are supposed to be here right now, and they're not here. And it ain't going to stop. It's just not going to stop, you guys. Cody, Braylon, Malia, King, Cash, Cupcake, it's just not gonna stop. But I don't want it to be your kid, your grandkid, your next door neighbor, your friend, your cousin, your great grandkid. We got to do better. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. It is Friday. Make the best of it. Do something positive.